everybody, this is Gypsy. Today I wanted to share a part of my collection with you guys that I don't think gets a lot of play on our channel. I realized how large my collection is becoming and I decided I wanted to share this particular portion of it with you guys. So here are all of my Barbies that are blonde with light complexion, and I'm gonna go through and show you guys each one. This is one of the older Barbies. I liked this face better for the Barbies than the Millie head sculpt that they're using now. She's on a skipper body. I put her on this body because her head is small, and I thought she looked better with the petite body than Barbie's regular size body. But she looks like a teenager to me. Okay, next I have Barbie, and this is the current sculpt that I believe Mattel has been using in the past few years for their Barbie characters. And she's on an articulated body. It's just one of those regular articulation. It's not made to move. And this doll, we just use her for parodies of Barbie in our YouTube series. So that's why you don't really see me showing pictures of her and dressing her up and stuff, because I really don't. I just keep her nude and I stash her away in my little box where I keep my dolls, because I only pull her out to animate with, and we only animate with her when we're trying to like make fun of Barbie. So she's basically our parody doll, and yeah, I don't really consider her an actual part of my collection. She's kind of like Julissa. Like, Julissa's not a doll that I do anything with except animate. So Barbie, this is the Life in the Dream House series face mold. I don't remember what that one is called. It's not Millie, I think it's something else. But yeah, when Life in the Dream House first came out, and then I did give her a customized face. So her lip color is a little different, and her eyes started off as blue, but I made them brown. And she's got a new set of eyebrows, and her entire face is covered in freckles, but you guys can kind of get the gist of it there. And her whole body is covered in freckles too. And she is on one of those older articulated bodies that only bend at the elbows and the knees. But she is our character Mona Roberts, and Mona is supposed to be Barbie's cousin, who is also her publicist. So here is another one of my older Barbie head sculpts, and she is named Madame Batia Crockable. She is like a parody character too. Batia is supposed to be a fortune teller, and we used her in our Halloween episode of Broken Barbie Show, the one with the ghost. And she's got blonde hair. And it's actually a pretty good grade of hair. It's not, I feel like this was like the beginnings of them using the saran over the nylon, and it's like, it's not as sleek as the nylon hair that they're using now for the dolls, but good enough so that it won't get all tangled and you can brush it out easily, but it's still kind of thin and flimsy. And she's on a purple top body, but it's not the right shade for her face. Her face is actually darker than her body, but we just have her on this body temporarily because she is, like I said, a parody doll, and she's just something that we use to animate this particular character with. So she really doesn't have an assigned body. She just goes on and off of this body when it's time to animate with her, and then if I have like another doll that I need this body for, then I'll just switch her off of this one. So she doesn't have a designated body, but I do think she's pretty, and I like her head, I like her face. This is Summer from the Life in the Dream House series, and I think she might be on her original body because they were articulated like this when I purchased them. Well, actually, no, she's not on her original body. This body normally belongs to the Sew and Style Marissa doll, but I swapped their heads because I put Marissa on a Made to Move body, so I gave her that doll's body, because I actually like this body better than the regular Made to Move bodies, because their knees just lock in place and they're sturdier. They don't have the pivotal knees that like twist all over the place and keep bending backwards whenever you play with the doll. So I thought this was a stronger body, so I ended up giving her this one, and the skin tone seems to match. So she's got this body. Now I didn't know if she would be considered a blonde doll, because her hair is a little darker than the other blonde dolls that I have, but those that I have with streaks in their hair seem to have this color as part of the blonde streaks. So I figured maybe this is considered a dark blonde color. I'm not sure. So here is the Cinderella doll by Mattel. Of course, she's not on her original body either. A lot of my dolls are hybrids with articulation because I don't like stiff bodies. So she is very blonde and very pale. She's on a purple top body. And her name is Ophelia. That's what I named her. That one back there, actually, the summer doll, she has a different name too, but I can't seem to remember it for some reason right now. I gave her a different name. They're actually the same doll, so I'm going to show you them both. Now, they do have slight differences because two versions of this Barbie came out for some reason. They're Fashionistas from, I believe it's the 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And these girls they were supposed to have big hair like this, with big poofy curls, which I was in love with. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted this doll. But I started off with this doll here, who, see how her hair is more like calm? The curls are not as wild. Well, they use a different grade of hair on this doll, and so her original hairstyle wasn't this big poofy curls. So I didn't realize that I had gotten the wrong version until I looked at the back of the box, and I was like, her hair doesn't look the same. What's going on? So I ended up purchasing another one when I came across her in a store, because one I think I ordered online and the other one I got in a store. And then I ended up closing up their lips and redrawing a bit of it. Like, I stripped off their original paint and then like redrew their lips so that they're a little bit different. And I did that because I didn't want them to look exactly the same. Actually, so this is Sierra right here, and this is Reagan, and sometimes you'll hear me calling her Riley because her first name is Riley. So it's Riley and Reagan, but she goes by her middle name, Sierra. They have different, like, their freckles. One has darker freckles than the other one. Y'all can probably see. It's Reagan right here that has the darker freckles. And I made their characters twins, but they're not actually identical. Even though they do look the same, they're supposed to be fraternal twins. And Reagan is the older one, so that's why I wanted there to be little slight differences in their face-ups. And so I changed their lip shapes. As you can see, they're quite different. And I changed their eyebrows. So Reagan's eyebrows are a little bit thinner than Sierra's. And that was basically my way of creating a difference in their faces so you could tell them apart even when they're by themselves. Because they're easier to tell apart when they're together, but harder to tell apart when they're separated. So, okay, so here's Kimber, and of course this is the LA girl Barbie that was so rare, so hard to find when she was on the market. Everybody was going crazy trying to find this doll, and I actually happened to have another one in the box that I thought I was going to customize, but I never ended up taking her out of the box. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with her. I don't like hoarding dolls. Like, if I have more than one of the same doll, because I don't like to keep my dolls in boxes, I feel like I have to do something with it. Like, customize it, sell it, give it away. I got to do something with it because it just feels like I'm just piling up dolls in the house, and I don't like doing that. So one of these days I'll figure out what I'm trying to do with the second one. But yeah, she's really pretty. She's a skipper head sculpt, and we named her Kimber after a TV show character who she reminded me of. And have you guys ever watched Nip Tuck? That used to be my jaunt when it was on. So me and Adonis used to watch that show all the time, and one of my favorite characters on there was Kimber, and she looks like her to me a little bit, so I decided to name her after her. That's how she ended up with that name. Very pale skin, and the pink streak in her hair that she came with. leave a comment if you have the version of her with the blue streak in the hair, because that one was supposed to be super rare, like the most rare version of that doll. And it's probably worth a lot of money. So here's Lacey, and she is the Lacey blue doll that came with 2 other outfits in the Fashionistas for 2017, I believe. And was it 2017 or 2016? No, 2016. 2016 Fashionistas. And she's got bangs and she's got blonde hair, and see, she's got that dark streak in her hair like the summer doll hair color. So she's got 2 tones of hair, and her skin tone resembles that of the Sew and Style Marissa doll. So she's got a little bit of tan skin, and she's on a Made to Move blue top body. That matches her very well. She's really pretty. I love her face. This is the Goddess head sculpt, and normally I see Goddess being used on darker skin tone dolls, but I thought it was very refreshing to see it on this lighter skin tone doll. And those of you who are light skinned, but you're black people or Hispanic people, I think she would make a really good rendition of a very light skinned black girl or Spanish girl. I named her Lacey Azula, and it's just a play on words because azul in Spanish means blue, and her name on the box that she came with was Lacey Blue. So I just changed the spelling of Lacey and then added Azula as her last name. And then here is Chi-Chi. She is definitely a very nice head sculpt, a new head sculpt that came out with the Curvy Barbie dolls. This was the first Curvy doll to hit the stores. And I've got her on her original body. I don't really want to take her off of this body because I like how she looks curvy, but it would be lovely to animate with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep her on this body for the time being until they finally come out with the curvy bodies for the skin tone and others, I hope. And then when I get a hold of one of those, I will be popping her head off and putting her onto a curvy body, because she just, to me, looks great on a curvy body just the way she is. And I ended up naming her Chi-Chi because Chi-Chi is this girl that I knew in real life, this German girl, and she looked just like this doll, and she was thick like this doll is, so it reminded me of her. I was like, oh my gosh, they made Chi-Chi into a Barbie doll. So that's why she ended up with that name, and I spelled it a little different from the real Chi-Chi's name. Now here's one of my favorite blonde dolls in my collection. This is Santina, and I really like her head mold. I like this, what do they call this head sculpt, you guys? I don't know why I wanted to say Aphrodite, but this is not Aphrodite, it's something else. And as soon as I'm done filming, I know it's gonna pop into my head which sculpt this is. But anyways, I really love this head sculpt a lot, and they tend to use this sculpt more with the collector Barbies with the blonde hair. So this was a Barbie look doll that I got from Tuesday Morning for a very, very good price, about 10 bucks. And she didn't come on this articulated body, of course. I did rebody her onto a pink top, and that skin tone seemed to match really good. So she's on a Made to Move body, and she's got very blonde hair, and she's got huge curls at the bottom that I haven't messed with. She's got a little bit of gel making her hair quite stiff here, but I can't bring myself to mess it up. So she's got her original hairstyle still intact. And later, when I feel like customizing her, I'll probably wash her hair and restyle it and stuff. But for now, I love the way it looks, and she does have rooted eyelashes. She's real pretty. And of course, my favorite thing about her face is that you cannot see her teeth. So I hate teeth so much that I have extracted the teeth from a lot of my dolls and closed up their mouths, like I did with the twins in the background there. And I did make you guys a tutorial on how to do that yourselves. So if you are like me and you can't stand the open mouth grins, then go ahead and watch that tutorial to help you to walk you through the process of how to do that. Okay, and last but not least, we've got my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Integrity Toys Fashion Royalty doll here with, look at that, just, ooh, like platinum blonde hair. And she is super pale. I mean, really, really light. The lightest of my Barbies are darker than her. So she's like ghostly white. And she's on her original body. And she was sent to me by Cutie Erica from Instagram. And go and follow her, you guys, because she's got a lot of pretty dolls like this. And she's got her sister, because I think this doll, Cutie Erica, she bought her with, like, she was a double pack, I think. It was her and her sister that came together. And then she kept one, and then she sent me this one. And this is Agnes Von Weiss, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, so basically they're a pair. And then she gave me this one and she kept the other one. So if you want to see her sister's pictures, go and look at Cutie Erica's page where she's got some pictures posted of her sister. And I think she's freaking awesome. She's so beautiful. Like, I don't know what it is about her that I just love. I feel like it's the facial expression. Like, she just looks so... She looks really snooty. And she looks really like... Ugh, I cannot be bothered with you right now. Like, she just so looks like an asshole. And I like that. I like that her facial expression gives her so much personality. She looks really hard to please and super high maintenance. So I love that this doll looks like that. And I don't know, I just like things like that about dolls, where there's like some type of expression on their face. Love it. So she's probably my favorite blonde doll at the moment. My favorite of the blonde Barbies that I own is this one, but she's my favorite out of all of the blonde dolls. So yeah, she's freaking awesomeness. But she's not a Barbie doll, so I don't really consider her part of the Barbie collection, you know what I'm saying? She is a fashion doll, and she's much taller than the Barbies. Let me show you how tall she is next to Santina. Yeah, she's like a whole head taller than her. So, she's quite large, but she can fit into Barbie's clothes, so that's a plus. She's wearing Barbie clothes right now. So what do you guys think of my collection of blonde dolls? Were you aware that I even had this many blonde dolls? I know for some of you guys who mostly have blonde dolls or Caucasian dolls, this is like nothing. You're like, girl, I got like 50 of them. But the most important thing for me is to have differences in head sculpts. I don't like to have the same, like as you can see, I only have one Millie head sculpt doll, and that's because I don't like having dolls with the same head sculpt over and over and over again. I like the variety, you know. So this is the reason why this collection is significant to me, because I was able to acquire a pretty nice selection of blonde dolls that all look very different from each other. I can tell them all apart. That's one of my criteria for, you know, collecting. So if I have too many of the same head sculpt, I start getting tired of it and I want to give them away or sell them, get rid of them, repaint them. It's just like a whole thing. I can't take it. Yeah, so let me know what you think of my collection down in the comment section. Let me know if you recognize my dolls that I don't know enough information about, like her with the red shirt back there on the skipper body and Batia over here with the dress on. I don't really know the history behind those dolls, so let me know in the comments if you recognize them or you think you might know where they're from. I myself am surprised that I have this many blonde dolls because I didn't realize that I did. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 of them here. So yeah, I'm kind of amazed that I've acquired this many and was able to make a whole video about these guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you very soon. I have not yet named Agnes over here, so that's why I don't have a name for her up on the screen, but as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. I'll post it on Instagram, and maybe you guys can help me name her. Well, I'll talk to y'all soon, and thanks for watching. Have a dolly day.